How are you in Australia right now? Talking about Linda saying all the changes are going on in the world, and I know that Australia has just been going through so much
Mm.
turmoil in claiming sovereignty, and just people drawing boundaries and all that stuff. And I'm wondering how you are faring on all of that, and what's your take on all of that right now?
Well, states are not playing nicely. There's kind of like this grab for power, and there seems to be voices now starting to become louder from the people, starting to challenge the system. And so, Melbourne, for example, has been in lockdown for some ridiculous amount of time. It's like 18 months. Most of those small businesses will never recover, will never reopen. And that's just been horrific to witness. The suicide rates have gone through the roof, and they're not reporting those. And that's just been quite, even in the medical fields, because I will speak freely here. Some of, our medical system is being compromised, I believe, to behave in ways that are not necessarily in integrity with the oath that they took. And so, there are a lot of people that are being challenged by what they're being asked to do or told to do now. And so I'm going through another health situation. And so I reached out to a plant medicine doctor who has resigned his position with the hospital because he was being asked to treat patients in a particular way that he was totally against his own beliefs and practices. And he said, no, I quit. So, and there's a lot of people leaving, not just medicine, but police and all sorts of things, because they've been told if they want to keep working there, they've got to be double vaccinated and all the rest of it. And they're like, no. And so there is a big push. There's a lot of fear mongering. And so people are being vaccinated because they think they're going to have their freedoms restored. But then there's another big group of people saying, well, actually, no, we fundamentally disagree with this. Give us the proof that they actually work. There seems to be a lot more injury from them than you're reporting. And our medical system is being silenced from talking and reporting on those facts. So, the country's divided at the moment. I live in Queensland. We have the lowest vaccination rate up here. We also have the lowest COVID incidences up here. They call us the Sunshine State. We literally have the sun almost every single day of the year. And my belief is that the sun is extremely healing. And I moved to Brisbane because of the sun. So when I was in the middle of my cancer treatment the first time and offered a job up here, I came up, I was really unwell. I left Melbourne, it was raining, terribly cold. And I landed in Brisbane, only 2-hour flight away, and it was blue skies and sunshine. And I remember standing on the tarmac, lifting the sleeves on my suit and just feeling the warmth and the light of the sun. And I felt really well. Had the interview. They basically offered me the job on the spot. And then I had this battle. My head was going, don't be silly. You need the support of your family. You're going through this cancer thing. And my heart just went, go. And I went. And I've really never looked back in terms of my life and my own evolution, and literally sitting in the sun every day for, between 5 and 10 minutes and, feeling the healing properties of the sun and the effect on mood. You'll find that people up here generally are happier and they smile more and they'll say good day if they see you in the street. Whereas that's not always the practice in the southern states. So, yeah. So it's different for every state. So there's still a lot of lockdowns. We don't have freedom to move between the states of Australia. We've only been told we can play in our own backyards. My whole family, my birth family, is all in Melbourne, and they've been suffering terribly during this time. And, I've been very worried about their mental health. and, you know, relatives going to hospital with different conditions, not being able to have any visitors, no, you know, emotional support. It's just cruel, really cruel.
Yeah,
Mm.
I would have to agree. Yeah, it's very anti-intuitive, the approaches when people aren't, you know, the things that heal you are sunshine and connection, and those are the things being stripped away. But so my heart goes out to all of you. I just feel like we need to have a like sort of fun that's like, let's have care packages that we send to our Australian friends and buddies, so we can just be like, we love you, we understand what we're going through, what you're going through. I mean, we understand a bit of it. We all experience some lockdown, but not the way that you guys have experienced it. So maybe even though we can't understand it, we're thinking about you, we love you, here's a care package, and like just put it full of goodies so that you guys know that you're being thought of and that you're in the hearts of other people, and you know that we're with you and with that struggle and with overcoming it and reclaiming sovereignty. And it's what the challenge is. It's like, be sovereign or not. Like, that's how I see it, at least from my vantage point.
Well, I'd love to ask Michelle to pray, to set a, yeah.
Let's do that. Michelle, would you pray
People
for
in
our
Australia.
Australian? I was gonna make me cry. I'm gonna mute myself.
Absolutely, and it's going to make me cry too. So on the count of three, let's all cry. That will be our prayer. We just call upon all of creation, all of light, all of love. We call upon the hearts of all of life. And sacred and holy ones, we ask that the light of truth, that the love of truth pour down on Australia, the entire continent of Australia. And beloveds, we even extend that more to all of life on this beautiful, beautiful planet, Mother Earth. Holy ones, we ask for the love that is innate within all of light begin to expand, begin to grow within the hearts and mind of all of our Australian brothers and sisters. We ask that leadership be awakened. We call upon the power of truth, love, and light to reawaken in all of mankind and within all of life. Let life return to this planet. And sacred and holy ones, we know that in this oneness, that we are one with the angels and archangels and masters and holy ones who are here to help us, who dwell within each and every one of us. And we ask that the voices of the good become louder, that the power of truth becomes stronger. We ask that the resolve of our Australian brothers and sisters remain strong, so that as we all go through this, that we all greet each other on the other side. Holy ones, we must remember this is temporary and that we do have so much spiritual help. And so we call upon that spiritual help, and not only call upon, but we command that spiritual help that wells up from within each and every one of us to begin to arise and to begin to demonstrate out in the world, so that we all awaken to who we truly are. We are the gods and goddesses. We are the creators. We are the light. We are the life. We are the truth. And it is us, each and every one of us, individuals, who will change this thing, who will turn this thing around. Light always has more power. Love rules all things. And in that faith, we can shift the tides. And so I call upon that within each and every one of us, within all that is around us. And sacred ones, bless all of life in Australia. Bless all of life in Australia. Help those who are in darkness. Help those that are in leadership that are being misled, who are in darkness. Help those who work in the deep, deep places of deceit and manipulation. Holy ones, bless them with light and love. Awaken them to who they are. And we know that when we ask these things, the word has been said, as you ask, so you shall receive. We know in faith in faith in that promise, that we are asking that right now, for love and light to well up within everything that contains light, the light and the dark, that the truth of who each and every being is, knowing we ask this because we know all things come from the light. All thing comes from love. Everything was created in that light, in that breath of God. So, Holy Ones, we call upon that within each and every one. Within each and every one, that light and that love, that it expand and awaken with power, grace, peace, harmony, and we ask for it now in the name of all that is sacred and holy, all that is love and light. And I will add, and in the name of the Christ, we know it's asked and we know it is done. And we just say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen, amen, and amen.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah.
Mm,
Thank you.
wow.
Dab my eyes and I'll be able to talk in a second.
I didn't have tissues available for all of you. Mm,
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you.
mm.
All the love to Australia and to everyone who's going through hardness right now.
Absolutely. And one thing that I keep getting, because I work as a psychic and intuitive. I do coaching like you ladies do, but it's it's more I deal with the spiritual thing, and I just keep getting that we have to remember that this is temporary too, that this is part of our spiritual growth. This is part of it, that resisting it makes it harder. And surrendering, and Josie, you keep saying surrender, surrender, surrender is where you found your strength. And to surrender into the experience, not surrender to the, but surrender to the truth and the light into this experience, and have faith that this is all part of it. And understanding that, we're not doing this alone, that we have help with each other. We're all connecting, like this beautiful group right here. Any one of us, if any of you are feeling, sad or scared or whatever, text me, contact me, email me. I'm here to help you. It's part of the reason I'm here at this time. I chose to be here, and I know all these beautiful people too. But we have to remember it's temporary. It's part of the plan. It's part of the divine plan. And it's really cool because I have a lot of people contact me and make appointments, and they're like, so when is this over? You're psychic. When is this over? And I just keep seeing, like the middle of next year. And then I just see like, whoosh. I'm thinking something's coming up. Something's coming up, that this is all going to open up. And when I said that prayer, as those words were coming out, and I could feel the archangel speaking through me, I could see the light returning, and I could see the light returning to the darkness. It's almost like there's like this foundational layer of darkness, and I could see the light like in there. It's happening. We might not see it yet. Oh, but it's happening. The light is winning and love is winning. So let's all hold that and hold that for each other. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And Josie, you are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Your story is so beautiful.